worked, President Bush was back then Governor Bush, and he appointed me as one of the 9 Texas Parks and Wildlife Commissioners. And so at one of our meetings, we always had public comments. And this lady, and to give you a little background, there was a colony of snow monkeys that were in the state of Washington, and they were there for a research project. And the funding on the research project had dried up, and they didn't know what to do with these snow monkeys. And these snow monkeys originally came from Japan. So there's this colony of snow monkeys, and this lady in South Texas was married to a rancher in South Texas, so they moved the snow monkeys to South Texas. Well, the reason I knew about all this was that I had a ranch next to their ranch, and the juvenile snow monkeys would escape the ranch. And one day I came out of my house, and there was a snow monkey in my tree. I didn't know what kind of monkey it was. I just knew that Texas didn't have monkeys. So anyway, to give you a little background, anyway, this lady shows up at Parks and Wildlife, one of our meetings, and she gets up and speaks and wants us to protect the snow monkeys because these adolescents are leaving the ranch, and she had a compound down there, but it wasn't serving the purpose. And they were getting hit by cars, and the hunters were shooting them, and there was all these problems, you know. And so I relayed to my fellow commissioners that I knew a little bit about snow monkeys. So anyway,
Did you know a little about snow monkeys?
Very little. So she wanted us to protect them. Well, they're not a native species in Texas, so they don't come under Texas law, and they're looked at as a feral monkey. And so feral whatever aren't protected. So we tried to explain this to this lady. Well, that wasn't what she wanted to hear, so she wanted us to come down and look at her facility, and she wanted to plead her case. So the rest of the commissioners appointed me as the snow monkey ambassador. And I had to go down there and visit with her. And so her and I and the executive director of Parks and Wildlife, we go down there. And trust me, I really didn't want to be the ambassador of snow monkeys. So we're driving in there in her pickup, and it's her and I and the executive director of Parks and Wildlife, and it's like wild keeping. These snow monkeys, and I don't know how many there were, if there was 900 of them, when they see her truck, here they come. And I mean, they are all over this truck, and climbing all over and stuff. And she said, well, let's get out. And I go, get out, I can see them fine. No, we're going to get out. And so she's got names for all these the alpha males and the alpha females. And I don't know anything about alpha this and alpha that, you know. But anyway, we get out, and the first thing we get out, and this big snow monkey jumps on my head. And he goes on my head and on my shoulder, you know. I want out of there. When she gives them little Hershey kisses, and when she gives them one, they'll sit down and they'll real delicately unwrap it and eat those things. I mean, it was really something. So, anyway, I told that story because somehow somebody knew about it, and I told it on the radio, on the talk radio one. And after that, I mean, they have never let me forget it.
It's just amazing. Here's his Hall of Fame picture, threw harder than anybody, and he's the ambassador for snow monkeys.
And I guess I'm still recognized.
You know, and I talked about what Nolan meant to